Hi, if you're watching this, it's because you're joining me, Mr. Gatehouse, in Curie class next year. I thought I'd tell you a little bit about myself because some of you might have seen me around school but don't really know me. I love teaching, and I particularly love teaching in Year 6, so we're going to have a great time together. Before teaching, I used to work in IT and do software development, and I still like to actually dabble with programming every now and again when I'm at home. I love solving problems and getting things to work when first time it just doesn't seem to want to do it. I also like watching motorsport. Formula 1 is great, but I particularly like the actual motorbikes. That's the MotoGP. How those riders don't fall off going around the corners at the speed they're doing is just beyond me. I like to slow things down a bit as well. I enjoy being out in my garden. It's not much of a garden, but it's my garden, and I do like being out there. If I'm not at home, I actually like being out and about on hiking. It's something I've been doing for years now. Just going off with a backpack, something to eat, something to drink, a map, and just going on a walk on the public footpaths. There's loads and loads of walks all around us, and some of them have got some spectacular views. One of the things about walking is it just gives you a bit of time to think, a bit of your own headspace to do things how you want to do. It's going to be great being in Year 6 with everybody. I'm really looking forward to all of you. So I'll see you when we start. So, what should you expect in Curie class and me as a teacher? Firstly, in the classroom, everything has a place, and once it's finished, it goes back to that place. I like it to be organised and neat and looking fab at all times. As a teacher, I'm firm but fair. Everybody is treated exactly the same, and that's if you're doing something good, or maybe you're choosing not to do something as good. I'm honest. If you ask me a question and I don't know, we'll find out. I expect every pupil in my class to be working at the highest level they possibly can. I expect everyone to do the best, and I expect everyone to achieve. We will work together as a team, and that's one of the biggest things in my classroom. It's not you and me, it's us. We are a class. You will be my class. We will be the Curie class of 2021. So, Year 6, the most exciting year in the primary phase. There's lots of different things that will be happening during Year 6. Some of the things are, for example, your uniform. You will have a blazer and a tie. This is so you look super fab. Everybody in the school will know that you're in Year 6, so let's make sure we're wearing them looking fab at all times. You'll also be given an individual stationery pack. In there it will have everything you need for every single lesson. It's yours, so it's your responsibility to make sure you keep hold of it and everything stays inside it. There'll be lots of different opportunities used during Year 6 as well. One of them is actually becoming head boy or head girl. If you think this is something you want to do, then you need to do a bit of work for that. So there's a challenge. If you want to be head boy or head girl, you need to write a 1-minute speech that you can present to your peers when you come back in September. There's other stuff that will be happening in Year 6 as well. For example, there's something called SATs. Everybody talks about SATs. Everybody worries about SATs. You don't need to worry about SATs. They are just another load of tests, and you've been doing those all the time during school. In fact, on the SATs test, most of the stuff has actually been tested. It's from Years 3 all the way through to Year 6, so you've done most of the stuff already. So you do not need to be worrying about SATs. They're just a test. You just do your best, and then we move on. During Year 6, we'll be using lots of great books to actually do some of our work from. And it got me thinking about my own favourite books when I was a little bit younger. And there's lots of different books I loved reading and enjoyed, but one of them particularly actually stuck with me because I actually didn't realise there were 3 books in the series. The book I'm talking about is The Lord of the Rings. Now, if you've ever seen the Lord of the Rings books, they're quite meaty, they're quite big, and there's lots and lots of difficult language in it, but it's such a great story. When you start reading about the Lord of the Rings and the journey that's being taken and the quest and all the things that come up to actually challenge the characters, it's just brilliant. It's one of those books you kind of get really sucked into. And like I said, I read that book when I was a little bit younger, and I didn't really realise there were 3 books. And it wasn't until I started working, I actually realised that I could read the books. So If you really want to challenge yourself but escape to a fantastic place, there's the Lord of the Rings books. There's 3 fantastic books.
Now you've heard all about your teacher's favourite book, Year 6 team have a challenge for you this summer. We would love to hear all about your favourite book in the form of a book review.
But there's a catch. As future Year 6 pupils, we'd love to see how creative you can be. So it can be in any form you wish. It can be filmed or in a comic strip.
Or a written piece of work. If you're not sure what to do, we've put some examples on the Google Classroom to help you out.
Whatever you decide, we'd love for you to upload it onto the Google Classroom, the Year 5 Google Classroom, ready for September. Or alternatively, bring it in on your first day in Year 6. We can't wait to see what you create.
Bye.
Bye.